All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show to the spirit. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. It's going to be a cold-hearted, mechanical summer in New York City. All right, Pastor Todd put up this video. I saw it, got excited because the simple fact is we there, and it says robot dogs in the NYC this summer. So summer is just around the corner, and they already have the state of control or state of to get rid of a lot of people already in play. Now, is this gonna happen this summer? Lord willing. I'll just go from there. Lord willing. All right. Because we live in, it's perfect timing that the Fed now about to launch in July. They might postpone it. They might go right on schedule. Then you have the fact of everything's going back up again. A lot of people about to, a lot of people about to lose their jobs within the next, literally in a couple months. All right. Things are slowing down. People are not spending like they used to. There's a perfect formula to bring this in. Now, normally what they would do, they would make some false thing happen and have things go permanent. And we shall see. We live day by day. But it's about to be some cold-hearted shit. So I looked it up. It says New York City Mayor Mayor Adams, that nigga, right? NYPD reintroduced robotic dogs despite previous backlash security concerns. Now this video, I thought it was the video for today, but this is Fox News, by the way. And this video is pretty much, this wasn't about New York City, it was about San Francisco. All right, and this guy, I forgot this guy's name, and he was talking buku shit about that they got the script from Terminator and so forth and everything like that. But that was San Francisco. I think it was San Francisco a couple months ago. I don't know if they launched it or whatever, but for this to happen in NYC, this year they're moving at a rapid pace. It says New York Police Department, NYPD, is reinstalling robots to fight crime. And crime is high, but it's not that high that you need a mechanical robot to enforce or to solve crimes. That's not necessary, but they're doing this on purpose. Mayor Eric Adams said Tuesday the NYPD experimented with the robot policing in 2021 but faced considerable backlash from the residents. And activists concerned with profiling minorities and underprivileged communities, as well as saying the technology is a dystopia. The prior administration didn't have a mayor that was a computer geek. Oh Lord, wow. Wow, no, this nigga didn't say that. Wow, that's a justification. So our mayor is a computer geek, so it's safe because he say it is. Wow, that's some shit. It says, and that was willing to go where others are not willing to go to keep the city safe. And New York mayor said in a press conference in Times Square, New York City, on Tuesday, April 11th, I made it clear on the campaign trail I'm going to use technology. Hold on. Wow. So I want to make it clear on the campaign. He said he made it clear on the campaign I was going to use technology with transparencies to keep this city safe, and others just whether willing to do that, I am. So this nigga, wow. And the guy be talking on the side at camp, And he always says that this nigga is he's just a token nigga. So instead of hiring a whole bunch of cops, they just install the robots. It says Adams' office assured residents that the new technologies are not going to intrusive, saying that NYPD wants to use technology, not to abuse technology. And then the NYPD is wicked as all hell. As the mayor was repeatedly said, he is a big believer in technology, but these technologies are not going to be intensive. We want use technology, not abuse technology. Fabio Levy or Levi, that's how they'll say it. But Levi, Adams' press secretary, said in a statement to Fox News Digital. So this, and who's responsible of this? These so-called rats. That's who. All right, that's who. We want to use technology, not abuse it. Wow. This is why for the next 3 days we are displaying FK robot in Times Square for New Yorkers to ask questions and see the technology. And we conduct tests of all 3 pieces of the technology in front of large crowd at the crossroads of the world, Fabian said. We want to educate New Yorkers on what each piece of technology can do, specifically the limited circumstances in which each piece of technology can do. Adams and the NYPD assure residents that the robots will allow our cops to do our job better, keep them safer, and keep the public safer. In a press conference in the middle of Times Square, the mayor, police commissioner, I'm not even bothered, Swell, introduced the 3 new additions to NYPD's, including 2 DigiDogs robots dubbed Spot, and by the mayor's office, a K5 unit, a Star Chaser GPS system. So he introduced this shit bag. It's a wrap, man. I don't know how we're just gonna rely on Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Nothing's really gonna happen, but they're gonna force it away and gonna make it seem that this is the way to go. All right. It says, I'm just gonna jump down. It says the city paid $750,000 for robotic canines using money that was seized from criminals. Wow, yeah, okay. And the NYPD said, according to the report for the Wall Street Journal. All right, so we getting there. Remind me of that movie, show, Black Mirror. I forgot what the name of that episode was. Let me Google it. Let's see, Black Mirror. Wow. Black Mirror robot dogs. Wow, look at that. Metalhead. All right. That's what it is. Okay, it was all in black and white, and these things did not sleep, they did not rest, they just kept going. All right, yeah, you could put traps in front of it, but it'll figure it out, and it kept going. And this is exactly what they want, right in front of your face. Okay, hey, can't make this shit up, man. Can't make this shit. It's funny how I just typed it in and it just popped up. Oh well, they always listen to us anyway. So a couple scriptures. Matthew's 24. I saw the 12 and I'm gonna jump down. Matthew 24 and 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And iniquity, which is sin, is abounding dramatically. And this society is built and passed laws to protect the wickedness that's around us. So we see something that's wicked and we make a mistake, we speak about it. They don't give two ish about what we think. All right, they just keep forcing it down people's throat. But now are able to enforce these wicked things that's going on by introducing a technology that AI technology that most likely is going to favor the unfavorable acts that we know that is. All right. So let's say a transformer or something like that does something. They might be in a sense of to protect that transformer. Who knows how the algorithm will really go? But we know that because of all these things are about to get cold-hearted out here. Things are about to get very vicious and cruel. And this man is introducing something that has no sensibility of understanding a human being's plight. Because all they trying to do is control and seek and destroy whatever it's designed to do. Okay? Oh, by them introducing that too, who could say when the next pandemic take place that they can't sense if somebody has something just by looking at them? Because that's what it was using them in was it China? So it shows you, man, this is we in there, man. It's about to get ugly out here. Let me jump down real quick. Verse 16 says, let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains, and let them which is in the housetops, come down to take anything out of his house. Because, matter of fact, I like the other one in Luke better. Let me get the one in Luke. Luke, what is 21? Luke 21:20 says, and when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that which are in the countries enter into. Because what was the time? What was this speaking of? This is speaking of 70 AD. All right, when the Romans surrounded Jerusalem, and that was the last time our people had, as a people, it was only 3 tribes. Some of the other tribes are scattered about, but that was the last time we possessed the land. So what we seeing right now, we seeing the military, the police departments throughout the whole 50 states are being militarized, and one of the key cities is allowing to have robotic dogs. All right, it's so conveniently it's happening. All these things are happening where the economy is looking like shit. People was about to get laid off. Okay, they want to educate the people. Simultaneously, they want to keep crime down. And the only reason why crime will ever skyrocket, especially when everybody's going back to work and can't wear no mask, is because of what? The lack of stuff. So they're already anticipating that there is going to be some sort of social or civil unrest. This is why they're doing that for. All right? This is exactly what they're doing that for. And mainly, this is not going to be for the hoods. It might be certain hoods, or that's in the main just district. Like Manhattan has its own district. And it might be just there, or this might be key cities. But they're introducing, they slowly showing that they're about to make their move. All right? It says, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And these are the days of vengeance, because we are in the last days. This is where judgment is about to be poured out in the streets of America. Now, are they going to lose control of these robots and this is going to go crazy? No. No. Everything that's going to take place in the near future is going to be because they did it. And the world's going to know they did it. All right? You can't sit there and blame anything else but the people that's doing it. And once again, the mayor of New York, it's like the piece of shit mayor of Chicago and so forth. Jake's, they're the worst of the worst. All right? They're the worst of the worst. It says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and the wrath upon this place, on this people. So that's going into what took place with 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which is going to apply to all the nations. All right? There's nothing that Esau does that is really able to save or help us. All right? Matter of fact, since I'm on the topic, Romans 13, is it 13? 13:2. Yep, you know what? Start at 1. Romans 13:1. It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So this is of the most of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? Because you niggas are out of control. Let's fix the facts. You niggas are out of control. The total hatred that you have towards your own is astonishing and amazing. But they use that as a catalyst to do their agenda. And you fit everything that they say and then some. Okay? And this is part of the wrath. It says, whosoever thereof resist the power, resist the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. Right? For the rulers are not a terror to good. And that's the key. If you're doing the right thing, you have nothing to worry about. Even with the so-called cops. If you apply or do as they say, yeah, they are going to come down with great wrath. But that's when they come down with great wrath. There's going to be a difference. But the whole time where you had the opportunity to do good, you haven't done good. So now they're using past criminal activities as a blueprint to bring in the ultimate weapon. All right? But to evil, wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is minister of the Most High to thee for good. And that's, hey, all these streets, Chicago, Bronx, Brooklyn. I don't know, Chicago just came to mind, but Brooklyn, the Bronx, some places in Queens, Manhattan, all these places in the hood area, you niggas been terrorizing your people for decades. You change the names of the gangs. You come up with certain things. People just get massacred, raining bullets. And then you wonder why they about to do the things that they're doing. All right? You wonder why. It says, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So this what's going to happen is not for the good, the righteous. It's for the wicked amongst our people. All right? That's why the Lord allowed this man to do the things, what he's doing. All power, all things go through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Nobody else. All right? Ezekiel 21:9, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword, it is sharpened, and also furbish. All right, let's look up the word furbish. It says to bear, polish, make smooth, or bold, bare. A sickle, polished, to be made bold. Let me see. That's it. So it's not talking about a physically bald head. It's not talking none of that. What's being furbished is the technology. and he getting smart. That's why they disband that, because they knew they got resistance. Now they trying to ease it on down, saying no, it's not part of the dystopia. That's that furbished sword. All right, it's sharpened to make a sore slaughter. All right, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? So should you niggas be happy? Should you niggas be partying bullshit? Should you niggas be plotting, robbing and stealing still? No, because now this is gonna they about to take it to another level. All right? And the thing about crime and criminals, they always attempt to repeat the same patterns. Human beings are we all, I include myself, all people are they have a bad habit of doing certain things over and over again. So this man has studied you. He just like a predator that studies his prey. That's what they done. They know what you like. They know what you do. Why you do what you do. When you guys is robbing and stealing, I wasn't doing this to feed your family. That was a show off in the Instagram and so forth. That's why a lot of people got in Instagram. That's why the government with the $20,000 grants arrested a whole bunch of you niggas. All right, because the simple fact they study you. All right, they study you. So you've been slipping. You didn't know this man was at war, and now he's about to bring in some of the big toys out. All right, it says, should we make mirth? He contempteth the rod of my son as a every tree, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it unto the hand of the slayer. Who's the slayer? The slayer is Esau, Edom. All right, this technology. Who's pushing this technology? The so-called Jews. All right. Why you think they haven't done the draft quite yet? They already have a company, Boston Dynamics, that have all this technology ready to go. They're just trying to find a reason to do it. So they couldn't get it out from the Trump thing. They're gonna find something, somehow, some way, to push their agenda. And once they do it, they're gonna have the green light. And when everything's coiled down, because they're gonna have enough of this technology, then we shall truly see the devil's true horns. All right. It says, "Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people." And who's the Lord's people? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When they had that first robot, where was it at? In the projects, I believe in the Bronx. And everybody was taking pictures and like, nah, they ain't digging it. Why would they put it in the projects for? Because that's where most of the crime happens. Okay? It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by the reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. So terrors is coming to your local hood near you, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contempt even the rod? It shall be no more, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So this is the trial. This is the test room. And you niggas about to be grinded to powder. All right? You're about to be grinded to powder. So I'm going to make this short. And it's here. Coming to a hood near you. All right, metalheads. And some of the things have capability of missiles, guns, everything. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. All right? They know exactly what they're doing. So with that being said, I hope you guys edify. Shalom to the elect and the nation of Shalom.